What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Hopefully this video does look a bit better because Martin and I did decide to buy a new lens. You guys heard me complaining in the last video that the lens was super up close and it was a 28mm. The new one we just bought, really expensive. It's a 20mm 1.8 aperture, which is super good and an ultra wide on a full frame. So this is gonna be our new setup. It's pretty much complete. So our new camera setup, for anyone wondering, it's a Sony a7 III with a 20mm 1.8 aperture lens that just came out recently, and it's about $900. The camera itself is about $1,600, and then I have a Rode mic, which is probably like another $100. So this is what we're going to be using for the new videos, and it's way better than the Canon T6i, even though that's pretty much what I recommend for everyone starting off up until, I mean, whenever you want. Honestly, we just decided to upgrade because we're obviously doing bigger things and we just wanted to bring some more quality to the channel. But we are finally going to be working on the G35. That one hasn't been on the channel for a little while, and what better way than to have Stephanie drive it?
What?
I'm so scared.
I am scared.
Ready?
So what am I doing?
You're just gonna bring it in.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are you so scared? Think she's gonna stall it?
It's gonna be a bit jumpy, but she'll get it. I know when you start driving it for a good minute, you do stall no matter what.
You're gonna have to give it a little bit more gas because it's gonna start like, you're gonna hear like a grinding noise because the stage 3 clutch, lightweight flywheel. You probably don't know what that means, but it means it's harder to drive. I believe in you, right? What are you doing?
That's a little delicate.
A little bit?
Gas pedal's delicate too. So nervous.
Oh my god.
Dude, I barely fucking tap in. Like,
You guys already know Martin's Supercharged G35, sick engine bay, but it's not clean enough. I've been telling him that I wanted to start cleaning his bay up and trying to make things look nice, just like how my old G was, if you guys remember that, if you guys have watched the channel for that long. So I told him to order some nice bits to start cleaning things up, like a harness cover, some battery covers, and overall I'm probably just gonna try to clean up the engine bay, try to detail it a little bit, because this is like the only thing that Martin doesn't like doing, and it's cosmetic stuff. He only wants to make his car go fast.
So much power.
Which is so weird, but it's a nice blend because I'm more of a cosmetic guy, and even though I'm doing all the suspension and all the cool stuff, getting into that, I still want my car looking really clean. Martin doesn't care, he just wants to go fast.
Faster is more better. These cars are ugly under the hood.
Definitely
naturally.
super ugly.
So I bought, first off we'll start with the small stuff. So I bought this, pretty much it's supposed to be a battery cover for the right-hand drive cars.
JDM, who gave you that idea? Hey, take that back, bitch.
Okay, not your mother.
It's supposed to be covering like that, so it's gonna look super clean. Cover this side. On that side, he does have this piece, but when he ordered a used one on eBay, because he doesn't have the outside shroud, they sent you the wrong one.
They sent me one for like some other car, so I just went through Z1, keep it easier. It was expensive, but just went through Z1.
It was worth it.
Waiting for that to come in, so sadly that's not gonna be done today.
Honestly, there's so much more things. We have the harness cover right here, which is kind of like a replica of the rare JDM one because that's discontinued, super expensive. So I told him just to get this brand. It's supposed to cover right here this wiring harness loom that covers everything, and this Cusco Strut Bar. I know he's been wanting one, and Cusco is a really good Japanese brand. You can see all the authentics right here.
she wants to introduce herself.
I already introduced her in the last video.
Oh, you did?
Hey Mochi. Hey Mochi.
Yummy.
She's all JDM. She's the most JDM dog of the JDMs.
Well, it's not the only dog you kiss. This one's nicer.
She's so calm. I told him in the last video, like, she doesn't bark. She doesn't go crazy. She's a peaceful little doggy. So this piece is actually supposed to bolt on to the brake booster. It's supposed to be kind of like a reinforcement. I don't know why. I've never thought about it, never seen it, but Marian tries to be cool and fancy with everything.
And it cleans it up a little bit too.
Yeah,
well,
it'll look cool.
What in theory, what it's supposed to do is when you're slowing down, you'll see this moving a bit, like, supposedly, which doesn't look like it's moving too much or whatever.
Brake booster, clutch.
Interesting.
Check out these crazy nuts that come with the Cusco Strut Bar. It actually goes inside these little holes and it threads on to obviously the strut tower and the coil over top hat studs, and it gets rid of these nuts, so it makes it like a super clean setup.
A lot nicer instead of this ugly.
Bro, if you loosen the last one, the coilovers are gonna fall off.
Interesting.
This thing's super light, dude.
It's so nice too.
Alright, let's see. These are adjustable. I think we're gonna have to loosen these up so we can actually get them to go in, because with everything in the way.
Okay.
So I think, yeah, we'll loosen these up, have them swivel, and then we'll be able to tuck everything and just get them in perfect. There.
So what size is it? Oh,
damn,
so dumb.
stutter.
What size is it?
17. All right. Now we got a little Martin Limpy right here.
Interesting.
There you go. So that side clears. On this side, there's actually a bolt holding the harness to a bracket. So we're gonna have to remove that and then swing it over, and then we can just bring it in. So just a 10 millimeter, and we'll be able to put it on. Ooh, which looks super, super clean.
So much better.
I told you, Martin, cosmetic things are worth it. All right, I have a plan, Martin.
Yeah.
So what we do is your ugly little ground wire. We can take off the 10 millimeter. We can actually stuff it in here underneath and cover it. This one too. This one's kind of ugly. I don't know why it's there.
Oh, that's for the power, for the lights.
All right, I could clean that up later. Martin.
Huh?
I found a better spot for the ground.
Bitch, what are you doing?
What are you talking about?
The lights.
Well,
The headlights.
for the lights, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm putting the ground on there.
No, look it. They're turning on.
No
so
way.
nice.
Why did you do that?
For some reason they're hooked up to where when you take out the battery or the dies and you connect it or something, they turn on.
What's wrong? What's wrong, Martin?
So I spent a good amount of money on the Z1
Brake booster brace, pretty
brake
much.
booster brace. The way it's supposed to be hooked up, it hooks up to the 2 bolts that are on the coilovers, the top
And
part, right?
on the strut bar, which have that giant little
But
bracket right there.
as you can see, I can't install that.
You would legit have to grind it, which would already mess it up.
That'd be no point.
That sucks.
It can't fit under, but it is what it is. So it is up for sale. It's gonna be on the Static Garage page. I paid $118 with shipping.
$100 shipped. Do it.
$100 ship. But if you want to DM me and you don't want to go to the site, that's fine too.
That sucks. But yeah, we'll include all the hardware. We haven't even opened the bag, so everything's gonna be brand new. We'll leave it in the box. But I guess that leaves us with one other thing.
Yeah. Make sure you don't have a
Strut bar.
strut brace.
We'll make sure to let them know.
Don't have that.
But I guess we're gonna just have one more thing set up aside from obviously cleaning up all the wires. I've done a little bit of that. It's gonna be right there. That little battery JDM piece that I installed on my G35.
Before you guys say something stupid, we know it's not a battery. Right here.
So obviously on the JDM models, the brake booster and the clutch master is on the right hand side. They have the battery side on the left side. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be using the right hand drive model cover on the brake booster area, because from factory it never came with a cover, which is kind of silly. Guess they didn't really care about it. On the Z's they have it, but unfortunately on the more luxury option they don't. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're still waiting for some parts. Honestly, on my G35 I left it with 2 battery signs. I think that's pretty funny and I really don't care. It looks way cleaner. I guess we're just gonna have to see what little trims and modifications we're gonna have to do to make that battery cover work, because I think you do have to make some trims. In order to make this right hand drive battery cover work, on this divider right here, we are gonna have to cutting 3 sections. These lips right here, they go right here on this one, and then this one all the way through. And obviously to cut that, it's gonna be super easy because we're gonna be using a portable Dremel from Milwaukee. So we'll be able to get into all the little nicks and crannies. But if you put this on, you can see that it doesn't fit right. It actually like sits too high, which is really bad. So we're gonna have to take that off and anything else that it tells us to, but pretty sure that's gonna be the first step. Snap-on glasses.
They don't fog.
The only snap-on I have. They don't fog. Yeah, they fog now. The resistant coating came off. I can't see. Warren, I respect you for letting me cut one of my first times on your car.
I'm more virgin.
I didn't want to get to the point where people were like, you don't cut anything yourself. So I'm like, I have to do it a little bit by myself. I have to learn. Because if you guys know, Martin does all the handyman shit. I get really scared when it comes to cutting. What's the worst? That? I mean, it wasn't that bad. But look at Martin. Martin was doing this so fast, so crisp.
No, just turn it up all the way and just keep going.
I know. Once we delete the AC, it'll be a lot better. Huh, Martin?
Yes.
Finally we're deleting AC. I know he didn't want to do it, but convince him to. We're gonna be getting rid of all these lines, which are ugly. So all these are gonna be coming off. It's gonna look super clean. The compressor is gonna be out of the way of the supercharger, so it's gonna be way better. And honestly, it's just gonna look way cleaner.
I didn't want to kill him.
Did it go boo?
Scared.
Bees?
You know what? This is Stephanie. She's such a nice person, all right? Let me tell you the story about Stephanie, all right? She's like in this nature-loving phase. Just don't get me wrong, nature is awesome and I love nature too. But she doesn't want to kill anything. Like no ants, no spiders. There was a spider hanging off one of these poles and it was like right in my face and I smacked it. And Stephanie's like, why did you smack it? All right? She told me that even though I was the one getting threatened by the spider. Fast forward to her car, there's a spider that had crawled in there and it was right next to her face. She's like, ah, kill it, kill it. Yeah, only when it's her in that situation, she wants to be violent. Daddy long legs are cool though. Those you can play with.
Hell no, those are creepy.
You guys want to see Stephanie's new daily? This thing's hard. We picked up this Honda Civic EP3 SI. This thing's super cool. I've always loved these egg luggy things. It definitely needs some love on the outside, but mechanically this thing is super clean.
Fucking mint.
Mint. And look at where the shifter's at. Sus.
There's like oil.
Looks like a minivan.
This is like one of those cars that are like, it's not supposed to be sporty from the looks of it.
But it's really a mom car.
And it's like a mom car, but it is sporty. It has these crazy bucket style seats with a hole in the middle. It has the SI cluster, the red triangle warning light button, which is like, I guess, something that is really sought after in the Honda community. Kind of sus.
Is it Super JDM?
Super JDM. And the steering wheel has red stitching, which is even cooler. Sick. Oh, when it hits VTEC, it hits VTEC. I mean, it's super slow VTEC, but it hits it.
Slow.
This is her daily, guys. So before you guys start thinking of some crazy mods for this van mom car, all right? We're absolutely going to do that.
Oh.
But probably out of my pocket because she doesn't want to mod this thing. The only thing that it has on this thing is a K&N intake from factory. So we're gonna mod this thing, right?
Nope.
Miata? We need to do more videos on the Miata.
I know, it needs to make a comeback eventually.
I know. But at least you could take a break on driving that slammed car. I'm so sorry you had to drive that for so long.
Yeah, I don't know how I did that.
Yeah, after driving this thing, huh?
Yeah.
And this one has AC.
Those of you that don't know Daniel, he's always trying to get everyone to mod their cars, their dailies. He tries to get me to mod the 37, her SI.
Mod all the cars.
I get what he's trying to do, but damn, it's so expensive.
Popeyes is really good when it comes to their spicy chicken, but honestly, like after eating it, it's like too greasy. Okay, you can only eat it like once. If you eat it twice, it kind of like cuts it.
I still think it's good.
I think Wendy's has the best spicy chicken, and Chick-fil-A follows. Then it's Popeyes.
Chick-fil-A is my top.
KFC.
Huh?
Get out of here.
This is so good. Just made a pickup Harbor Freight for this tubing for the wiring. Clean that up, and then obviously we'll clean up a little more stuff on the engine bay and show you guys the end result. Pretty sure it's gonna look super clean. We have already made a lot of progress on the engine bay because Martin kept that thing so dirty. And
I think you're supposed to show them what you're eating.
oh, is this mukbang?
I thought that's what you're doing.
You want to
No, I think that would be a cool separate video
that's
for a
fine.
Q&A. All right, guys, we've been back for about an hour or two, and we decided just to start cleaning everything up, do everything that we told you guys we were gonna do, just because it's a lot of little minuscule boring things. And this is pretty much the end result. We still got a little bit of things to do, but I think it looks really good, and it's a pretty big difference. I think it looks just way cleaner. I'm really bummed that we weren't able to get obviously that battery cover. I mean, look at the difference just that cover made. Cleaning everything up, polishing it out, relocating some lines. The wires for the headlights are all tucked away and tubed, and it just looks a lot better. I think the strut bar and the harness cover are like really big changes.
Oh, nice.
It does look really good, like especially when you look at it from far away.
You still got the light.
Damn, weird flex. We are fixing the reservoir, and we're adding the black hose. We're actually going to go to AutoZone, pick up a coolant hose, and Marian just bent it and painted it really quick, just because when you bend it, it starts flaking the paint. And we're going to actually mount it right instead of zip ties. We're trying to fix all the zip ties in this engine bay, Marian. We have to.
The zip ties wasn't me. When we had the engine swaps, that's how they did it to hold it up, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, it's holding.
It is what it is.
But then I didn't care. Right now it's like,
yeah, we're trying to have attention to detail. But like I said, in one of the videos, once we have everything bind up like perfect, that's when we'll show you guys with the battery cover, obviously. But damn, dude, this thing looks so good. Like, what a difference it makes. And even right here, I decided not to tuck it, just have the wires showing right there. And if you open this battery cover up, you could even see the tube right here, which looks really clean. So it looks factory, just goes all the way through. If we really wanted to, we could do a wire tuck and all that crazy stuff. But honestly, that's more of like an engine swap. I know, that looks so good. No, engine swap.
I'm not putting money into the motor, really.
Because he wants to build a different motor. And if he does, then that's when we'll wire tuck, have an aftermarket ECU.
Yeah, we'll make that look better. But
way better. Paint the engine bay, just do something crazy. But I think for now, like once everything's set up, quality. This is pretty much where we're going to be wrapping off for the video. I still have to do a couple of things. Still have to clean up the garage, get it ready for tomorrow's video, because we have a couple of goodies we're going to be installing on my car. On that note, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Love me in, swerving in the whip and I'll crash again. I can't sleep, you're stuck